Hello everybody, welcome to the build stream. It's your hosts Kelsey and Juan. Welcome to a lovely pre-3-day weekend edition of the build stream.
Hello, hello.
We got some nice builds today. We're building into GeometricFuture cases, which I don't think we've really showcased on the stream much recently. So it'll be cool to see that. But yeah, a lovely, starting a little early on this Friday stream. Very nice. What's up, Poke Chris? How you doing? Or Poke Chris? Could be either. Yeah. Maybe I just want Poke, and that's why I'm like assuming it's Poke. But what's up, Poke? School's over finally and first. Nice.
Cool.
Very nice. No school. No work. No food in my fridge.
Oh.
No, actually, I loaded up for this weekend because I knew I'd be home, so I was like, alright. I'm gonna treat myself to some fun dips.
What'd you get?
I got this one and it was like, what was it? Fried pickle and ranch dip. And I was like, what? Yeah. Can't wait to see what that's about. We had a leak being fixed. So sorry about that.
My boys, he's all okay.
Yeah.
There's construction happening in the background. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah. Ooh, very nice though. Nice spread we got here. Anyways, we're starting off with Ornge's build. Very nice build. And Ornge, I know that you're worried about your cooling, but that 360 is going to be completely sufficient for that 12900K. So we should keep that at a very nice temp. No, I'm good. Nothing. It's forklifts. What are you gonna do? The ASMR of like a farting balloon.
ASMR far away, someone fixing our house.
Yes. Nothing but chill construction vibes on this Friday. Ooh, yeah. Anyways, folks, what are you guys headed to or doing this weekend? Is anyone going out of town?
Nope.
Dang, okay, me neither. Is anyone going anywhere, like, in town?
Not bad.
Okay, fair.
That's in a town. I don't know if it's
Yeah. Dude, I'm so boring. I can't wait for Saturday. Like, I cannot wait to wake up tomorrow and do yard work. Like, I'm so stoked for it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna prune this thingy, like, I'm gonna do this.
She should be at the club.
I'm gonna mow the lawn. You know, I never see you at the lawn care section of Home Depot.
Me? Yeah, no, miss me with all that, dude. That's my dad's job.
No, actually, it's been hot recently, and I'm still trying to, you know, get a handle on just how much water a lawn needs, like what is considered deep watering. And it's just been tough. I'm trying to bring that thing back from the brink. I'm like, just dropping more water into it, like, I'm sorry. I promise it'll be different this time. Just come back. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I need like a fertilizer of some sort. I gotta go to the home store and buy something. Yeah, gotta buy something, you know. Yo, what's up, Ant-Man? How you doing?
How's it going, bro?
Yeah, we're doing a little build stream while they're building a pipe above us. So apologies. And then I think my dad and my brother are gonna come over on Sunday and we're gonna make a little dinner for them, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Is there not someone missing?
Oh, I just didn't think my sister would want to take the trip.
So you just didn't invite her?
She's just always doing something else, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, she's going and visiting a friend, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, she doesn't really like to drive or be driven by my dad, so what are you gonna do?
Okay.
Good, and y'all, we're good. Finally made it to the end of this week. I'm not gonna lie, this week was a struggle.
Yeah.
I was having a real hard time.
It's hard.
I started feeling like I was getting sick, but I just finished being sick, so I was like, what the heck? That wasn't fair. But like, you know, I never actually got sick.
Yeah.
I totally thought I had like a fever on Wednesday. Like by the time I got home, I was like, whoa, I feel so hot. And then I got like the temperature, you know, the temperature gun out, and it was basically just like, you're normal. And I was like, I guess I'm just normal. What's up, Link for Hunter? How you doing? How was this Friday going for you? I'm excited. Excited for this weekend. Oh, dude, I planted like a bunch of wildflower seeds in these like barrels, right? And they've been like slowly kind of sprouting up. I got my first wildflower like bloom yesterday. It was very exciting. I found out DDR4 RAM went down in price in my country. Nice!
Hell yeah.
Hey, DDR4 is still good. I don't care what anybody says. And it's so stable. Solid. Bulletproof. 216 gigs for $56. That's not bad at all.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad. How many builds are y'all doing? We got 2. 2 builds. Yeah. Woo! Susan. Ooh, Susan. I'm also really excited for the weekend because even just today, there are so many things that I need to watch. Like, the new Fear Street movie is out today. It's on Netflix. I'm excited for that. New episode of All Stars, and then WNBA game on tonight. LA versus San Francisco. So. Sorry. So stoked for that. I have a mini PC I'm planning to do like gaming on, but 8 gigabytes not a lot. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. So that'd be really nice. If you're getting, 216 gigs. Pure obliviousness. Like, that's the... Yeah, not taking a hint. Not taking a hint at all. What's up, Soul Sniper?
Yo.
And Ball is live, how you doing? Why are we selling a 4060 with a 9700X for $1,500 though? LOL? I don't know, man. I don't make the pricing. I was like, probably something going on. I guess a better question is why a 9700X with a 4060? Life's been crazy lately. Oh yeah, what's been going on? Ooh, hydrate and posture check. Alright, here we go. New case, indeed. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have all seen this one yet.
Yeah, we've had it a few times.
I ordered from you a couple days ago a King 95. Awesome. Cool. Should I go for a... I don't know why it censored that one. Or Patriot. Patriot makes good stuff. Greetings, Skytechers. Greeting, Cappy. How are you? I just thought you might be able to give some clarification on the pricing and specs. I actually got my homie to order his 7800 XT and 7700X from you guys last year around Christmas. Nice! Yeah, I was like, unfortunately, especially right now, pricing's been fluctuating just based on what we can get certain parts for and with the tariffs and all. But yeah, that's a whole other person who makes all those prices. They've got their formula for it, but I just tell them what stuff they can put in them. It was his first PC. He came from PS5. Oh, nice. Dang, that's a really good setup coming from a PS5. I got the one with the 5080 and the 9800. Ooh, very nice. Is it worth the upgrade from a 4060 if I got it last year to a 5060 Ti? I don't know. I'd say not. I'd say if you were going to like a 5070, it'd probably be worth it, but not in the same like number class. Even if it's non-Ti to Ti, I don't think you're gonna see a significant enough difference for it to really matter. I would save a little bit more for a bigger upgrade.
I hate that.
Appreciate the answer. Yeah, you're all good. That's what I'm here for. When I don't have questions to answer, I just start talking about my life, and then it gets weird. I got censored, me said. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's censored even. Yeah, dude, drove the Subaru in this morning because I was like, you know what, I want to be in comfort and I want to listen to my tunes. And yeah, every time I actually drive that thing, I'm like, dang, I do like this car.
It's a good car.
I guess. Should I go for G-Skill or Patriot? Ooh, okay. Between those two, I do like G-Skill more. I'm here for the G-Skill. Yeah. But you really can't go wrong with either, so if there's like a significant price difference between the Patriot and the G-Skill, go for the Patriot. But I am big friends with G-Skill. Yeah. Have y'all got a chance to play the new Doom? No! I'm still playing through The Last of Us Part 2, which, oh my gosh, the game goes hard, dude. I thought I had caught up to where the show was, because I forgot that when I played it again, I was like, oh, I'm in the hospital, I haven't gotten to Nora yet. So I got to watch how they did that in the game.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Also the fact that they make you press a button for no reason other than to be like, yeah, you're making her do this. Like,
Wow.
yeah, because, I mean, that's something it's trying to do. But, yeah, man, it got dark, and I was like, dang. And then I got scared. I was like, what's gonna happen to all these characters, man? I'm really worried. I'm having a good time with that. When I'm done with that, though, I will be on to new games. Although, I've been on this, like, single-player kick recently, like, single-player story-driven games. And it's fun. I play with my fiance, like, you know, on the couch, so I got commentary. We get to enjoy the story together. So I think I might continue in that vein. I had Zero Dawn, wait, was it Zero Horizon West? Sorry, Horizon West. Thank you. I had all the words, I just had them in the wrong place. I have the one on my Steam, and I started playing it a while ago. I got probably about 10-15 hours into it, and then kind of stopped, because I guess I have a harder time playing single-player games on my PC, like, headphones on alone. But now I'm gonna, like, cast it, stream it, to the downstairs TV. And I think I'm gonna actually play that one through too. So I got a lot of old games I need to go back to. Is the King 95 quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, that one's pretty quiet, fans. Montague does a pretty good job with that. Think about installing Chrome OS on my old Surface Pro 7. Not a bad option. You could also go for a very, like, light form of Ubuntu Linux if you felt adventurous. Like Lubuntu, which is light Ubuntu. It's another thing to do with outdated systems. How do you cast a game to a TV? I still kind of got to figure that out. I got to figure out that whole setup. But, that's my next adventure. My bad, headphone users, sorry. Every time that happens, I'm going to lightly blow into the mic to nullify all things. I swear, I think management forgets that we do this.
I feel like they do it on purpose. Too many coincidences.
They both cost $56, LOL. Ah, okay, then I would just go with whichever one you think looks better in the system. Doom Dark Ages is next for me, yeah. I've never played a Doom game, so I probably will eventually play a Doom game. Although I say that, but I'm also like, you know, I've also never played a Resident Evil, so now I have to go play all of them. I'm back into my single player era.
Nice. There's good single player.
Yeah. Well, I kind of forgot that, like, one of the things I love the most about video games is, like, the stories. Stories are incredible, you know what I mean? Like, I have some incredibly fond memories of, like, going through Ocarina of Time, Kingdom Hearts 2, or whatever, in the living room with my siblings, like, all experiencing this story together. It was just, like, incredible. And, yeah, I'm after that. Crazy those G-Skills cost $292 in 2018, lol, yeah. Whew. I mean, that's technology for you, though. It keeps advancing and stuff gets cheaper. What?
What if I left early, too?
Like, when I left?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would have no bearing on me, so yeah, you do you.
It's hot, dude.
Doesn't it sound kind of nice, like, early start to the 3-day weekend?
I'm in this AC room still sweating.
I mean, I'm trying to, like, avoid traffic, which I'm probably gonna get stuck in it, but, you know.
2 p.m. is pretty... You should be leaving right now.
yeah. No, I know. I was like, I'm probably not getting it.
But I'm sure by, like, fucking 5, it's probably awful.
Yeah.
Like, double digits and shit. I don't know. Like, what's the worst ETA you've seen? Like 2 hours?
Usually about an hour and a half is what I get, unless I run into an accident.
Looks like the worst ever, I'm saying.
I think the most I ever spent in traffic was about like 3 hours ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy sh... Damn, dude, that reminds me of commuting to Thermaltake. Some of those Fridays were... It wasn't even that far away, too. It was only like... well, it's City of Industry, so... I want to say like a good 45 miles.
Yeah.
And... Oh my god, dude. Some of these... Like 2 hours... It doesn't compare. It does, mind you, it does not compare. But it does remind me of... Because it's the farthest I've had.
Nah, that's I would say pretty... I mean, that's how far away I live. But I also have that drop-off in Corona. And today, luckily, I don't have to do that. I can just go straight, because...
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude, this is... I don't know how you stay awake, dude.
What do you mean? It's the middle of the day.
So?
Like, doing long drilling, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
The long drilling? Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't nice sounding on headphones.
That you can do, for sure. And then on new ones.
Yeah.
I bet. You guys might see me crash out live. There's a non-zero chance.
What are they building? They're fixing a leak.
What was this thing?
Do you know any horror games to play right now? What have you been playing? Repo?
That's not a horror game.
Oh, why were you making it seem like it was?
Cause it's, okay. It's like imagine if you're watching a scary movie, but all your friends are there and you guys are laughing at the movie.
Okay.
That's
I get what
that. You know what?
It's like how Sinister was the scariest movie I've ever seen because I saw it in a group in the dark. You know what I mean? Like at someone's home, there was like 10 of us, and we were screaming our heads off. Like anytime something would jump out, because you had the group effect of like.
Yeah. But in Repo's case, it works the other direction.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah, but you got it.
So unfortunately, I don't really have any good recs for that right now.
Sorry.
Although, I don't know, man. I got to the part with, like, the stalkers in The Last of Us, and I'm like, this is now a horror game. Like,
I'm sure it's pretty scary.
yeah, like...
Alien Isolation was good as hell.
Because there's one thing where you, like, fall into, like, a hole, and then you fall into this office, and you see a bunch of them scatter, and you're like, oh, no.
Oh.
And there's, like, it's, like, office space, so there's, like, tons of things for them to be, like, hiding behind, and you're just like, ugh. And then, like, one will kind of be like, oh, until you go to it, and then it was actually just, there was another one ready to flank you, and they were, like, luring you out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Those are the smart ones?
Yeah. Yeah, I've yelled once or twice at the game. When there's something...
You think Skytech is better than NZXT?
Yes.
He said it, folks.
I work here, bro. What do you think I'm gonna say?
I mean, I never want bad blood, so I'm always like...
I don't give a shit.
I hate... He'll say it.
I mean, look, if I ever run into an employee of NZXT, I'm sure we'll, like, be cool and stuff. But you know, while I'm here, while I'm
He's gonna run that
broadcasting
stream.
on this, network, it's everybody against us. I'm just kidding, I don't know.
I mainly want a PC
It's
to
Friday.
play Warzone. LOL, the optimization's so bad on console, especially if you don't live next to a server or have the best Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Dude, isn't living the West Coast, like, the best ever?
I mean, not gonna lie, we do have a lot of, like...
Everything's here.
we would do-
Everything's here, dude.
Like, my dad was gonna, like, he went to the East Coast to visit his family, and he was gonna potentially rent an EV because it was cheaper than renting a regular car at the, rental.
I was about to guess.
And he was like, you know what, like, yeah, let me try it. I've never tried an EV before. This will be, like, a good way of trialing it. And then he didn't, because he's like, yeah, apparently there's, like, not really much infrastructure for it out there.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, okay.
There's a reason it's cheaper.
It's like, you kind of forget, like, oh yeah, we kind of get all the stuff first. And yeah, obviously we have really good internet over here.
Well, yeah, I just meant that a lot of the West servers are over here.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of music is playing for you guys. I just clicked on like a random one, so enjoy this. This build is looking sick. Thank you. Shout out to my guy building the PC. Yeah, he's Juan.
I'm Juan.
Yeah, and he's the builder.
I am the builder.
I'm too nervous to build my own. I was like, it's totally scary like the first time you do it. But yeah, once you build enough of them, it's second nature.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's just expensive Legos.
I am the surgeon. Me. You miss Sabrina?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah? I don't know if she's still living in LA. Let's go visit her.
I feel like too much time has like, happened for it to be like, hey. Yeah, like,
Why?
I don't know. Maybe this is just like my own perceptions of things, but I'm like, oh, we haven't talked recently. They probably don't want to see me.
I don't think.
So you guys are building custom PCs? Like, these aren't the pre-built on the website?
No.
Correct. So, what we do here on the stream is custom builds that are ordered through our custom builder on our website have a free option to be built live on stream. So people who elect to do that, we build them on here. Obviously, you gotta wait till a build stream day, which is why some people don't opt for it, just because I guess their PC did them faster sometimes. But yeah, totally free. Hardware is only as good as the software. No matter how many RGB lights you have, it won't make Windows 11 any less intrusive. RIP PC. Yeah, I mean, there's always Linux. We're slowly building up Linux as a gaming option, but you do have to have a fair amount of savvy for that. I'm not gonna lie. I was a Linux gamer for about a year and a half, and I could always get it to work, except for one game on every different flavor of Linux that I tried. I would always get things working really well, and then one game that was just like, no, that I could not for the life of me figure out how to get to work.
Same game?
No, that's the funny thing. It was different depending on it.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick the one that
Yeah,
you're
literally.
attached
I had to just be like, well, I guess for now I'm not playing any of, The Sims. I'd be like, well, I guess on this one I'm not playing Crusader Kings, but I can play all the Sims. experimenting with Endeavor. Yeah, you know, I should probably like dip back into the Linux gaming scene, just to like feel out how it's changed, because this was before SteamOS was a thing. Yeah, I live in Minnesota, closest server is Chicago, I think. Oof, yeah. Expensive Legos, it's true. And when you break one, oof.
Ooh.
Just watch a lot of Balls Life, East Coast Squad, Slim Duke, Clam, God, a million of them. Nice. It's fun to find like fans of a different thing in a live chat. Like, what are the odds? Dope. Look at the price of them over the years. Just have to double check if PC can do non-ECC. Most of the time, especially if you're using kind of like, you know, commercial retail boards, they're all non-ECC. It's usually like workstation motherboards that need ECC, or that are ECC compliant. I've had this YouTube name since I created this account. I'm kind of weird. I'm into a little bit of everything, LOL. Nah, that's not weird. That's a good way to be. It makes you a good conversationalist. Because, like, people can bring up something, and you're like, oh yeah, I know about that. You know, I'm someone who jumps from thing to thing, too, so I have a ton of knowledge about stuff that people wouldn't know that I had knowledge about, because it's like, oh yeah, several years ago I really wanted to be a falconer.
Oh, you like falcons so much? Name 5 falcons.
Okay, the Kestrel. It's either the G or the Griff Falcon.
Griff?
Something like that. It's GRY.
You miss Griffin? I don't really miss Griffin.
I miss Griffin, but I didn't get to work with Griffin as much as you did.
Oh, that's true. We
Yeah,
took
yeah.
him from you guys.
Mississippi
whatever.
Kite.
I miss Diana though. Shout out Diana.
Hydrate.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you? You were at 3 now?
Yeah, now I'm trying to think. Is a kite the same as a falcon?
A kite. A kite's not a, what?
Like the Mississippi Kite.
What? The kites are.
And named after the bird, I presume. There's the pygmy falcon.
The pygmy falcon?
Pygmy, yeah, very tiny.
Pygmy.
There is the prairie falcon.
Damn, is that 5?
Yeah, probably.
I should have said more.
Yeah. If you really wanted it to be hard, you should have said something like sparrow. No, actually, there's so many sparrows. Never mind. Take it back.
Can you do bird calls?
No.
Wow.
You know me. Do you think I want to ever be heard, like, out in the world? Do you think I ever want to draw attention to myself? No.
Fair.
If I'm on a hike and someone else is near me, I'm just like, I gotta go. This is too much perception happening. Build stream, yay! Hey guys, any plans this weekend for Memorial Day?
Yeah, I got
welcome
some
in,
plans.
Ginger Ale. Yeah, I was like,
Ginger Ale? Like the company?
the user, the regular.
Oh. I was gonna say sponsor me.
Mostly just gonna be kicking it.
Yo,
this
kicking
weekend.
it. Hell yeah. We're getting down with the culture.
Gonna be doing some yard. What do you mean down with the culture? We've been saying
You said
kicking it.
it.
Yeah, we've been saying that since I was in like elementary school. What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna be doing some yard work. I might have my dad and my brother over for dinner. I'll probably go walking.
You went to school in the 1900s?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I'm getting 5600X by itself. Should I get the AMD stock cooler and paint it, or get a cheap 240mm AIO?
Get an AI.
The 5600X can be cooled by. I'm pretty sure the stock cooler that comes with the 5600X is the. No, I don't think they give you the Wraith Prism for that.
No,
do
I
they?
don't think so.
Yeah, if it doesn't come with the Wraith Prism, then yeah, either get a 240mm AIO or get like a tower cooler, like the V-True. Just like that one fan tower cooler, that would even be sufficient for the
What?
5600X.
That wasn't even in the question. Why you pushing?
I'm just saying it's an option because the
big
V-True.
air trying to influence
Because the
over here.
V-True is $30. That's why.
Big cheap trying to influence over here.
Yeah. Wraith Stealth. Yeah, don't go for that one then. That one's too.
Is that the medium one?
Yeah, but it's.
Wait.
They've stopped doing the copper on it.
Oh god.
Pass. Hard pass. I mean, maybe they do the copper now, but back when I was testing those, yeah. Yeah, I'd go for a different cooler then. Yeah, if you want to go for the 240, go for it.
Oh, like
she's smart. It's my job, you know.
Also, some decent news, but if it wasn't apparent, the construction guys fucked off.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I kind of just assumed they like got the message.
I don't know. The machine's still here. Maybe lunch break or something.
You guys talking about the Spire. The Stealth is the cheapest that comes in a box, yeah.
The Spire, there you go.
Yeah,
That's like the medium
reason
one.
it's Stealth is because you can barely see it, because it's
Yeah.
barely any aluminum. Yeah, no, you can eat that. It can be used to cool nothing. Oh yeah. Hey everyone, hey, what's up, Firefight? How you doing?
Okay. Man, the temptation to fuck off right after this is really starting to.
Hey, I've learned something about myself, and that is that I really hate staying longer in a day. Like, if I had to come into work later and stay later than I usually do,
Yeah.
dread it, right?
Right.
But for some reason, no matter how early I come in, it just kind of seems to go by faster then.
If you go in early?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's my problem.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, waking up at 5 a.m. is actually, like,
No.
it's the life hack. I know, it sounds
Just 'cause
horrible.
you say things like that.
If you had told me that, like, 10 years ago, I would have looked at you like you were crazy and been like, no, I would never get up at 5 a.m. And now look at me, I'm so boring. The worst thing though was I had to wake up too early this morning, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be clunking out there with my watering can at like 4:30 a.m.
Clunking out there.
So I didn't get to like handle the plants at all, so
You woke up so early.
that I couldn't even do the plants, yeah.
I was gonna say you woke up so early that you woke up an hour after I went to bed.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's a you problem. You
I
went to bed
I-
at 3 a.m. Like, no one is gonna be like, yeah, you're the sensible one.
It just happened. I'm not trying to defend it. It just
I mean, it just happened. Like, you don't go to bed, like, at a
Dude.
time?
I got home from work. I showered and like I ate like not even like leisurely, dude. I ate quick. I got on my phone for a little bit. I was looking at, sales listings, and before I knew it,
No
boom,
sales listing.
3 a.m. 3 a.m. This was
Couldn't be me, man. I get tired. I'm ready to go.
I swear the time after work just like feels like
Well, true, but I like to spend it sleeping. Sounds nice. Add gaming and blueberry cobbler. I'm probably making the cobbler this weekend. I'm not gonna
hell
lie.
yeah.
Like I said, I gotta watch that new Fear Street movie on Netflix, and
It's an interesting time frame for them to be dropping it.
I know, right? Like in May. I'm not mad at it though. I'm stoked. And so like usually for like a movie night on a Saturday, it's get a pizza.
Ooh,
But-
pizza.
I have like enough food to get me through, to my next grocery day. So I gotta eat the food at home. But I was like, I gotta make it feel special, so I'm gonna make the cobbler.
Oh yeah. Can I come over?
I mean, yeah, if you want.
I'm just
You
kidding.
want to drive there this weekend?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't eat that whole cobbler, 2 people. Oh man, I should probably wait. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna BBQ.
Yeah, I was.
It's a family-only event now?
No, it was just more like, I don't know who was actually going to be available, and then it was like,
That's fair, it is a holiday.
yeah.
Do people celebrate? Okay, I know that answer. Never mind. I'm not even gonna finish the question. that was a dumb question on my part.
Case is really nice, thank you. Wait, do you see what the next one is? It's the same case, that's why I was like...
It's the same case. What time is it?
12:46. You're good.
Yeah.
Is there any performance diff in cheap or expensive AIO, or is it just the LCD screen, realistically speaking, on 5200X? Okay, in my testing recently, in the last couple years, they've all kind of figured it out. So they all run pretty similarly to each other now. And it's mostly just, yeah, you're paying for the odds and ends, the screens, the software, etc. But if you go for just like, kind of like a base level one, it's not really going to run much more differently than a high-end one. Unless that one has like a thicker radiator or something that actually differentiates it from the other.
Oh, great news. Well, kinda. Depends who you are. The Zotac patent ran out last week.
Oh, what?
Yes,
So
sir.
that means anyone can make those?
Uh-huh. The pump in the water block.
Ooh.
Without having a license, Zotac.
Man, they had such good AIOs.
Zotac?
Yeah,
Alright.
I liked them. Except for the RGB problem that we had to freaking troubleshoot.
Oh
That
my
was
god.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just uncovered a buried memory.
Yeah, yeah. It's a painful buried memory. Ugh. How to place a custom order where you guys build a PC for us is on the website. Never mind, I think I found it. Yeah. Yeah, basically you just assemble and then order the PC, and there should be at checkout an option to have it on the build stream.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you were to order it like this weekend, you'd probably be on the Wednesday stream.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anybody like lined up for that one yet.
Do you have sales for custom orders?
What?
Do we have deals for custom orders? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Oh.
No. But you can use code Kelsey, KELSEY. That'll get you a tiny bit shaved off of that price.
Yeah.
That's my code.
Yeah, well, my code is treat people how you want to be treated.
That's a good code, yeah. I love when people are like, what are your favorite like sayings or like things to live by? Because I feel really bougie when I do this, but I pull out a William Shakespeare quote that people don't know. It's from Twelfth Night, and it is, "None can be called deformed, but the unkind." And like, tell me that doesn't slap. So, yeah. And also like, actually, words to live by. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that other quote that's like, oh fuck. Why did I do this? Why did I start the sentence? But the gist of it is like your thoughts and like what your output is your appearance, and even if you are ugly, your bright personality can like make it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You've probably seen it. It's like an illustration of someone who's like ugly but like with good thoughts, and then someone that's like rotten.
Yeah.
Or like has rotten thoughts. Like, I don't know. Why did I start this sentence?
It's always a good moral. Especially because, like, shoot. Like, at least people will be sad for you, you know, like when you are gone, if you're a good person. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
ugly person inside but beautiful outside might get dates, but will also get a lot of hate.
True. Make a lot of enemies.
And beauty fades. But you kind of only get worse internally, I feel like.
Damn.
I just feel like that's my experience with all the like older people I know. I'm just like, what happened?
Damn.
Why you yell at everyone now? Like, the waitress doesn't make it the prices. What are you doing? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
A lot of people actually. Yoy. My Ryzen 5 9600X will bottleneck my 5070? No, not at all. No, they're like perfectly compatible. next AIO is going to be a Lanley Galahad. I'm already making peace with the price tag.
Nice.
Totally understandable. What GPU should I get? 1080p, medium, high gaming, something better than RX 580 and cheaper than the 3060 Ti. Ooh. Actually, 67XT is a good option.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what that's going for right now, but I run a 6750 XT at home, and no complaints. I'm not even looking at upgrading. That's how content I am with it. Another thing to consider would be maybe some of the Intel art cards. Stay away from like the A380, but anything that's like the 750 or 770 or the B580, those are all good.
Oh, it was Angel saying that. Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's in the chat.
Nice, dude.
Thanks. You're very welcome.
You know, who would have thought? But I'm feeling a lot better now that there's not a million noises behind it.
I know, right? It's like when I went on vacation for a week and I was like, it's so weird. Why am I so much like less it's like less stressed, less tense, what is it? And then I immediately went back to work and I got into that commute again and I was like, oh.
Found the answer.
So I was like, that doesn't make sense. I was driving much more on the vacation. Not in traffic. Oh. Is the ASRock Radeon the Steel Legend version for the 9070 XT on the website? Probably not.
No.
Mainly it's that with a lot of GPUs, it's kind of what we can get, which is why we usually don't advertise like what brand it is, because it varies. Sometimes
Yeah.
we're like at the very end of like, let's say, an MSI allotment that we have, and so the new ones are Gigabyte, so we don't want to promise like an MSI one just to find out that your PC was where we made the change over to the Gigabytes. Not me saying?
Yeah, if it's an ASRock, it's probably gonna be a Challenger. I have not seen a Steel Legend roll through here. Which, I mean, Challengers, it's fine. It's decent. I'm sure the Steel
Dude,
Legend...
you totally jinxed it.
I'm sure the Steel Legend looks very nice. I actually haven't seen one. I'll probably have to look that up later.
Equal performance from a 5070 XT with 3060 and 6600 XT during the research phase. Interesting. Yeah, I suppose on like a certain game, depending on what it's doing, yeah. Oh man, you had to talk about how nice it was without it.
Why did I talk about it?
And then it brought it back.
Why did I talk about it? You know, it's nice how we have power in this building. I like that we have electricity. Right? Power shuts off. That'd be nice.
If you get one built on stream, does it have the same warranty for parts and such as like buying one from Costco? Yep. Yeah, it comes with our same warranty.
Yeah.
You can even buy like, you know, bigger warranties when you build it, if you so please. Steel Legend looks pretty dope, but the Challenger doesn't look bad compared to it, just less RGB. Yeah. Yeah, there's usually like the fancier kind of brand one that they have. And every once in a while we do get those in, but it's usually for like GPUs that we're having a hard time getting, so it's like, oh, this is the only one that's available, buying.
It's for when you least expect it. You know? There's
True.
gonna be, watch out for these Omega 2s with the random Strix in it.
Or back when I used to be on the production line, there was like a time when all we had was like Gigabyte Visions, which are lovely cards. They're like silver and white.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
awesome. But it was like, we were putting them in everything. So it was like totally like black case, basically black components.
So,
Bam! Silver white card. Like,
you know, someone's out there possibly watching this from a white King 95 with a green stalker.
okay, but that GPU was really cool though. Like,
no, it was ugly. It was ugly. It wasn't the GPU's fault. It's what we did with it. If we had put it in a black case, it would have been
Would have been fire, yeah.
Worlds better.
With the fancy water in the background, do the face duck. Yeah, we actually bought it for that meme.
The
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Man, now I realize I'm like, man, do I just sound like one of those annoying influencers who's like, here's how you have success. Wake up at 4 in the morning. Tend to your plants. Go to work.
I mean, you're not selling a course yet. When you
true.
start selling courses,
yeah,
that's probably...
what it becomes.
Yeah.
I can't even fall asleep at 4 a.m. Because you just woke up? Me too.
Oh my god. We both know that's not the reason. Dude, if there was a night shift here, I might be living my best life.
I don't know. Night shift, like, really takes it out of you. Because you basically just have to sleep through the whole day.
Yeah.
Like, Em was on night shift for a while.
Oh,
Because it was the
really?
only way to get, like, a promotion.
Damn.
Yeah. And,
At
like...
the office? What the
Yeah,
you
yeah.
doing spreadsheets at night?
No, they... Because of the work they do, it is, like, a 24/7 thing.
Oh, shit.
But... Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, the promotion is for the night team, so go to the night team, and then eventually, like, when there's a, opening, move back to it, and there was at least a year, and
Damn.
that was rough. But, that's actually what got me to take the early morning shift when I started working here, because remember we had 2 shifts?
Uh-huh.
And I probably would have gone for the later one, actually, but I was like, nah, this one works, so I'll be at work, during the sleeping, and then I'll get home and we'll both be awake, it'll be awesome.
Did it work out like that?
Kind of, yeah. I'm debating on a 5080 build or a 9070 XT, and before you guys say that's a huge difference in budget, I get that, but in Warzone, they get about the same performance, lol.
Isn't that insane?
That is
Warzone's on
insane.
some other shit.
Yeah. Honestly, I would go for the 9070 XT. Not saying that the
Yeah,
5080 is
same.
bad. The 5080 is fantastic.
Nah, this is comrade territory.
But if it's showing pretty similar performance in Warzone, I would go for the 9070 XT then in that regard. If that's like the main game that you're worried about, then yeah, totally. There's gonna be certain games where the 5080 is gonna blow the 9070 out of the water just because of, DLSS and all that. I would go for the 9070 XT in that regard. Are XPG cases good? I heard the daisy chained RGB fans are very dangerous. I don't know, like I'm new to PC stuff, might explode. It probably wouldn't explode. Trust me, I've overvolted fans before. In a worst case scenario, they basically just melt. Like, the little coating on the outside melts and it goes along the whole thing. And it is scary, but it's not gonna explode. At best, you might get a tiny little flame.
At best.
I know, I've done it. But XPG cases, I've tested a few of them. They're alright. They're not super high quality, I'll say that. They're definitely more for like the budget-minded. But I've definitely worked with much worse budget builds, budget cases. So, in that regard, they're not a bad option. Oh lord, he farting. Put it out of its misery. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, here comes the GPU. loud noises. I'm sorry. Again, if they do the drill, I'll mute it. $56 USD case. Yeah, that's not bad. I'd compare XPG with maybe some of the stuff that Antec or Montec has, also. But yeah, and honestly, if you like the case, go for it. What I would check for, rather than the daisy chain, because most cases are going to have some kind of daisy chain, or they're going to run it through a circuit board in the back. Rather than the daisy chain, I would check and make sure that that daisy chain plugs into a 4-pin PWM, so that those fans are speed controllable. If they're not, if they run some kind of proprietary thing, or they're SATA powered, or Molex powered. Okay, I'll start. It stopped the second I did it. Anyways.
Sorry about that, folks.
I would. Yeah. I'm on it. What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
Hey,
so,
guy, you sure you don't want to do this Wednesday?
Just start
okay. Anyways, I have too much. I'm so scatterbrained for this. Hold on.
There's a lot happening.
Yes, okay. So yeah, if they're SATA powered fans, or they're Molex powered fans, or if they're, 3-pin, not like 4-pin PWM, you won't be able to control the speed of it, which means that when your PC gets hot, it's not going to kick up the fans. They're just going to keep running at whatever speed they are, and those are the cases that I usually see overheat, like, all the time when I test. So that's like a huge no-no for me. If the fans, though, are PWM, like, honestly, I would say good to go. If you guys read my question statement, I didn't hear you guys. I had a phone call. Oh, yeah, no worries. Basically, I was saying that if it's pretty similar performance in Warzone, and Warzone is the main thing you're buying it for, go for the 9070 XT. Because the 5080 is the better card in certain games. There's certain games where it is going to be, like, ahead of the curve because of DLSS, or, for some reason with that game, it just, everything works really well. But if the main game you want it for, similar performance, go for the 9070 XT. You won't be disappointed with that. And yeah, that's probably your best bet. Most definitely, that's what my main game is. That's why I've been leaning towards AMD. Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. What's the one behind you that has the equalizer lights inside? Okay, so this one was actually a custom build that one of the employees did. It's got an America flag on it for Memorial Day. That one of the employees did so that he could listen to K-pop music on it. So it's a custom water loop. It has a screen in it, and he put the RGB strips in there himself and then programmed it to run off of a mic that's also in there to make it sound reactive. It's very cool. Yeah, he's made some very cool builds over the years. Now he works on the team that does the cool 3D printed cases. All that custom stuff. Will the 9070 XT run Minecraft though? Yes. I'm definitely gonna build for you guys though. Nice! Heck yeah. Well, thanks for choosing Skytech.
Thank you.
Can get here quick enough or what?
That's what I'm thinking. I might even rush the weekend myself.
In your opinion, what's the best 9070 XT card you guys have? Huh. I don't know, I haven't really gotten to bench a bunch of the different ones. There's not really much of a difference between them. Like,
what's the white one?
Is it the Sapphire?
I don't know. I have to look at pictures.
Yeah.
Can you pull up 9070 XT? Well, there's a white one that we have that's nice as hell. Oh, sometimes they just don't come with boxes. Oh, it is. Yeah,
it's the Steel
sapphire.
Legend, yeah.
Yeah, I like the sapphire one.
Pure.
Wait, we did have Steel Legends for a bit. What the heck?
You're right
I'm
though that
tripping.
this is actually the one that we had, the sapphire. We did
Did
very.
we?
We had a few of them at one point.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
on TV,
maybe.
yeah.
But yeah, I like the sapphire one. The white and silver
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
really good.
Oh, what's up, Fallen One Art? How you doing?
Hey, what up?
How's it going? Oh, not performance, I meant visual-wise. Oh, okay, then yeah, definitely
Yeah.
that was like the sapphire.
Yeah, it's still the same answer.
Yeah. That's still Legend though. Tasty. I also liked. Oh no, that was the Nvidia card. That was like the Zotac.
9070?
Yeah, I'm actually a big Zotac fan.
That one was.
I don't think it was 970. I think I'm thinking of the like 5070s and 5070 Ti and all that.
Oh, okay.
I like
Zotac's
those.
cool. They have good stuff. I like when they were dropping the mini cards a couple years ago. the thought of a mini anything nowadays is just
I know.
yeah.
Sapphire cards have nice build quality. They really do, yeah. Passed both my 2 website development classes. Nice.
Hell yeah, good
Got
on
2
you.
A's. Very good.
I love to hear that. Love
Proud
to
of
hear
you.
that. Damn, dude, I wish we had summer break as an adult.
I know. Yeah, I'm realizing. I was like, that's about that time. Yeah, college
Yeah,
classes.
dude,
school's out, yeah.
I got out from bed. It was 10 in the morning. My sister was sitting in the kitchen. I was like, "Oh, you're gonna go to work?" She's like, "Oh, I'm out." I was like, "Oh,
Nice.
sounds nice. Sounds nice."
I don't know.
I
It was.
"Oh, but I'm gonna do something."
It was also pretty nice for me when I realized that the college that I drive by was out of school because I was like, oh, what? There's less traffic.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ooh, boy, okay. You got me hyped for some reason.
Yeah. It's just for slightly less
I
traffic.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot to think about that. Damn, dude, that means
Because I go right by, the big one and like, oh,
big.
that's
one.
right where it slows.
But in like June, August.
Yeah.
Oh.
It made winter a lot more like bearable though. When winter break was happening, I was like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I was getting home quick.
Yeah, dude, I used to have to drive by Cal Poly Pomona, like right in front of it, damn near. It was a lot of stop and go. It looked nice though, nice campus.
Which sapphire model do you guys have? There's like 2 or 3 versions of it.
The white.
The white one, yeah.
Yeah, the white and silver.
Hmm.
What was I gonna say before this? I don't know. I forgot.
That's good though. Get those good grades. When I graduated college, they read off everybody and like, oh, graduating Summa, and
You were Summa? You were Summa?
no, I wasn't anything, man. I mean, I still graduated with the best GPA I'd ever had in my life because I struggled in high school, and then I was like, oh, I did pretty good in college actually. I was pretty stoked about that.
It hits different when you gotta pay for it.
But it was one of those things where I was like looking at everybody I went through all my classes with, and I was like, what the? You graduated summa cum laude? Like,
Damn.
and you, like, magna? Like, are you kidding me? And, like, so many were, and I was just like, dang, okay. Here I am without that little cord, like, okay.
Aw, pain.
I did well, right?
Pain.
So, yeah. It's good to get those grades. Get honors if you can. It's also crazy though, like some of my classmates, like I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, you're really good at school. Shoot. Never would have expected that you were graduating Summa. That's the problem with any of those that use that. It's like,
Love it. Gotta love it.
oh yeah.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at that panorama on the TRYX. Very cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. All stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right. Well, this PC is done. Is gonna go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need to out of the box. It's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers. You're good to go. We're also gonna stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load. And when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, Ornge. And thank you so much for ordering with us.
Thank you.
Lovely PC. You're really gonna enjoy this. And you got a built-in action figure stand. So feel free to decorate as you please.
Cool.
3 120mm intake or 2 140mm intake in a mid tower. Ooh. I still kind of just feel like 3 120s is like chef's kiss, but if you like a shorter case, 2 140s is a really good option. Alright, here we go. We're on to our second build. It's gonna be in the same case actually. So if any of you guys want to know what the GeometricFuture case looks like, you're gonna get a real good look of it today. So we got Plain and Unlucky's build. Let's see if I can clean this up a bit on here by shortening things. Yes. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. This is our second build of the day. Wait, someone won this alright? Well, they ordered it, yeah. I still don't know which card to choose, lol. Yeah, think it over. I was like, no rush on that.
You know me?
What?
What'd you say?
No, I was talking about.
Oh, it's because there's no rush.
Yeah, no rush. I mean, if you can rush or not, I'm. I did not eat lunch. I had a Pop-Tart. Food. Oh, food. Like, now I'm hungry. Coming in early messed up with my schedule. Now I'm like... Because, since I'm close to going home, I'm just like, oh, I'll just eat when I get home. But, like, by the time I get home, it's probably gonna be like 4 o'clock. So, like, where's the logic there? Dude, I used to, when I was working the, like, morning shift when I first started here, get here very early, and then I'd be like, yeah, I'm not really hungry at, like, lunchtime, you know? Maybe I'd eat, like, some pretzels and peanut butter, you know, just to keep me up. Up and going, and, like... But, I usually just, like, wouldn't eat. And then I'd be like, oh, well, you know, I'm almost home anyway. Like, I get home close enough to lunchtime, I'll just eat lunch then. And then I get home and be like, oh, well, it's kind of close to dinner.
Oh my god.
I was so skinny back then, just because of that. And not in a good way either, in a, like, concerning way. But it just was like, because in my head I was like, yeah, you know, well, yeah, there's another meal coming up. And then I got used to that, so I didn't really get hungry. Now I'm hungry all the time, dang. I finally got my website up, so I'm very proud after working on it since November 2024. Ooh, very nice. Heck yeah. What kind of website? Or like what kind of, like you working on just front end, back end? I'm having mashed garlic butter potatoes with turkey, green beans, and carrots. Oh, that sounds so good. I love green beans. I make this thing I call butter beans, which is basically I just cook green beans in a bunch of butter and salt, and it's so good. I usually eat that with like fish and rice, like the yellow rice from Zatarans. Ooh. Man, it's so funny. So my brother and sister are incredibly picky about food. So when one of them isn't around, like for dinner, it's like, oh, we can get this thing that the other person doesn't like, you know?
The world of options.
Yeah. Just when one of them is gone. Never
Dang.
mind both.
So what options opened up for Sunday?
So when my sister isn't there, seafood. Seafood is the
Ooh.
thing that, like, I mean, my sister will eat fish and all that, but like, especially like shellfish, no.
Oh no.
So, like, when she's gone, it's like crab legs, like we're getting king crab legs, yo-yo. Lobster, yeah, like.
I didn't take you for a lobster person.
Oh, I love lobster, but I'm cheap, so. Yeah. I used to go to the East Coast for like, you know, summers to visit family, and they would usually do like one day where they get a bunch of lobsters, and we just do a huge lobster cook, and it was incredible. Oh, but you know what I really like now? It's like lobster but smaller, crawfish.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like lobster but smaller?
Yeah. They like literally look like little mini lobsters, and they taste pretty similar. Yes, to the website, and I use GitHub to host it. Nice. They have an integrated Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. The chat is ready at this time. Oh, okay, cool. That's really impressive. Good for you. Very nice. I dabbled in web design for a while, and like, that's not easy work, especially getting up and running. Which model would I select for the Sapphire version of the 9070 XT online? Again, it'd probably just be like generic 9070 XT, and it would be whatever we had in stock. What are we currently using, do you know? No. I was gonna say, yeah, I think that we actually might be waiting for a delivery.
Yeah, if you want that one, like for real, maybe wait like 2 weeks.
Why, you putting your whole body weight on those RAM? I thought those were delicate components. Nah. If you're putting them in correctly, you gotta put the pressure on them to like lock them in.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to put that pressure on them until you know that they're inserted correctly.
I have the confidence.
Yeah. But he does them, you know, all day, so it's pretty good. The hint is the secret. The easy thing is just the sticker on it. Well, yeah, will point towards the CPU instead of away from it.
There's some weird.
Yeah, not always, but that's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
If you ever want to see what it looks like, you can still have. I still have to fix, tweak, and modify. Yeah, totally. Well, when it's ready, you should just DM me on Twitch, like my personal one, Contraband. I'll take a look at it. One has the luxury of breaking things and going to the warehouse for more. That is so true. I've definitely broken a component or two in my time, and yeah, being able to just go to the warehouse and being like, hey, I need another, is really lovely. I talk about the time that I had to like, there was like this one motherboard I had an issue with. I had to basically reseat the CPU on about half of the ones I had on the table. And it was actually for a colleague. So at the time, I was the one that people went to be like, please help. So I was like, okay, like let me get you out of this jam. So I was doing it really quick. And yeah, reseating CPUs quickly is not a good thing to do. And yeah, one of them I crunched it totally. Just because, like, you know, I was going pretty fat, and I knew it, and I was like, yoy. I just whispered to you, yeah. Guys, okay, I gotta talk about my plans for just 1 second.
Alright.
A bunch of, like, flowers. Dang, the universe really said no. A bunch of my flowers have started to bloom. Like, I planted a bunch of succulents in a fairy circle because I had the idea and I was like, let's do it. And like, several of those have bloomed recently and it's just so beautiful. And then I planted a bunch of wildflower seeds that were like native to California. And they sprouted, but they've kind of been like a weird green, like, you know, carpet for a while. the first one bloomed, and it was a desert bluebell. So I was like over the moon. I was stoked. And yeah, I was like just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful flowers, and it's lifted my mood. Don't jump in the circle. Too late. That's where we're all gonna sit for the fire pit. My friend once tried removing the GPU on sleep mode. Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah. Was it okay? Anyways, dude, I might actually just plant more flowers in the future. I've been focused so much on like fruit and vegetable production. I'm like, maybe flowers are the answer.
Yeah, dude, you know, just for the whimsy.
For the whimsy.
You gotta have something to stop and smell.
Yes. Hey, what's up, Seneca? How you doing?
Yo, what up, Nero?
Did you make a blood sacrifice? That reminds me of the, you know, I'm gonna bring it up. The, those Intel stock coolers from 10th and 11th gen that had the, for some reason, incredibly sharp blades.
Blade?
Yeah, and sometimes I'd have to like, you know, re-push in one of the sides, because it was this thing where you pull out these pins, and then you have to hold the cooler down and then be like, thunk, 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 thunk. So sometimes it wouldn't go all the way, or it would be off, and so I'd have to fix it, but, you know, I didn't want to unplug the thing or turn the PC off. I was like, nah, I can just do this, and I would do it, and then inevitably my finger would get nicked by the fan, and it was a blood sacrifice every time. That thing was sharp, dude. I used to have a flannel that was basically trash. It had like a hole in it, so I kind of just wore it around my waist so I could put thermal paste on it, like just rub it. And then blood from the frickin' Intel fans. It had so much character though. Every once in a while I would wear that one, and I was pretty proud of it. It was like, yeah. 1:23. I'm away from my PC for a week. Nice. I mean, it's good to get a break, you know, every so often. Hey, TGIF, John, how you doing?
Hey, TGIF.
Yeah. It's a big Friday before a nice 3-day weekend. I feel like it's far enough away to not be too annoying.
Yeah.
And yeah, luckily, it's gonna be hot this weekend, but it's not gonna be too hot.
Dude, summer didn't even start yet.
I know. But I mean, okay, the heat wave that we had this week could have been this weekend, so like, consider.
Yeah, I would have been at home in the AC.
Dude, I'm thinking about going to frickin' Whitewater to the river and going swimming. Or, you know, more like walking in it and being cooled down by it.
Do you know how many other people are than you?
Oh, I'm sure, but I'm gonna go at 8 a.m.
Oh my fuck.
Telling you, this is how you do life.
Holy shit, okay, yeah, you'll probably be by
Do
yourself.
you hate crowds? Wake up early and go to places early. Yeah. I'm gonna do like 8 a.m. on Sunday. Everyone's gonna be at church. I'm gonna be at a very cold river when it's cold and not hot yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my parking spot. Yeah. That's what you gotta do. It's like, oh, is it raining? That's the time to go to Disneyland, guys.
You just not leave the house.
I don't. No snacks today? No.
The duality of man.
I know, right? I could get a granola bar. I've got some granola bars I could totally eat, but...
I stole Welch's. I didn't put a dot on the... Well, my name's not
You
even...
don't have to, don't worry.
I know.
Sharkfisher. Hello, just got an O11V a couple weeks ago
Hell
for you
yeah.
guys. It's been fantastic. Is there any easy way to tell what brand the AIO is? Seems the RGB may not be addressable and just a little switch tucked away, but trying to confirm.
No, it should be.
I was like, yeah.
What's a design on the center CPU area?
the main thing is that if the switch is what's controlling the RGB, like if you can change it using the switch, hold down that button
Hold it.
for a while and see if that switches it over to the motherboard software control.
Yeah, we don't use non-addressable anything nowadays.
Yeah, especially for AIOs.
Yeah, no.
But that's usually the way, is that, or like if it's on like a chassis button changes the colors, hold that down and you should switch it back over to motherboard.
We had we had those Boreals, whatever ass.
That made me so mad
Why?
because that was not the one that I had approved. You know, we had been using the other one and it was just like, oh, but we bought this, and I was like, hold the fuck. I poured through reports, my own reports, just to be like, I need the receipts.
Oh man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no worries. Did it work? Yeah. If for some reason that didn't work, or you still have trouble with it too, you can hit up customer support too. They'll help you out.
You know, I don't know, dude. I kind of liked using those. They're just PWM, nothing else.
I mean, true. Very, very simple, but
Yeah. No RGB issues, anything. Dude, I love when I'd finish a Borealis build and then light it up and be like, oh, yep, I can tell this fan cable is clipping a fin because it's shorting.
yeah. Shorting is actually my favorite thing to troubleshoot.
I like pants.
Where's the chocolate cake? I know.
The chocolate cake.
They've set a horrible standard by giving us chocolate cake one time.
It's too hot for
Now
all
I
that.
want it all the time. What? For chocolate cake? What? Too hot?
Yes.
For what?
I don't know.
Like, cake is cool usually,
Yeah, cake is cool.
or like room temperature. But yeah, no cake unfortunately.
Ice cream cake sounds good.
Dude, I don't know. I was thinking, I was like,
Cheesecake.
I got time. I was like, I should probably go to the Lavender Festival this weekend just to eat. They had like a lavender strawberry ice cream that was so good, and I just want to go back and get that.
What flavor of detergent?
Probably English. Dude, I also was like, I don't know how I feel about lavender, but after Lavender Festival, I was like, no, actually this slaps. I like this.
Oh yeah, it finally rewrote your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
to like the flavor.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Well, my favorite thing though is I planted some like butterfly lavender just next to some other plants. That smelled good because I was like, this is gonna be the smelling corner, you know? And like, you can't really smell it when you're like around it, but if you pick up like the little head of it, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I got 2 different types of like sage in my backyard, and like, oh man, that one is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the smell of camping.
I don't know how you could wear a sweater in times like these.
Dude, not only was I wearing a sweater, I was running my heater at my desk.
Oh my god, dude.
Like, terrarium lizard.
I cannot stop sweating. Damn, dude. Matter of fact, I think I might turn it down even more. I'm joking.
I was like, in 30 minutes, you totally can.
Damn, 30.
Ooh, Phantom Gaming. Oh yeah, Zotac 5080. This is the one I like it because of the like bronzy like accents on it. Yeah. We need more bronze in the building world.
You know what looks really good with like almost any color? Bronze wheels. White, blue, red even.
Well, you saw with like the Subaru that they're making the like the sport trim instead of having orange, which boo, keep the orange, but it's bronze.
Oh, it's bronze now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I just feel like bronze isn't the sporty color. Like, I don't know.
Green on the cross strikes is, I don't know. I think they just pick colors they like.
Howdy, what's up, Loungefly? How you doing?
It's like a lime green.
Yeah, like a yellowy, yeah.
Dude, I want that Corolla now. These Memorial Day weekend sales or whatever.
I'm telling you, dude, if you go there, you're gonna fall right into their trap card.
I know.
Like,
I don't even think there's that many good deals.
like, dude, reading those like reviews, I'm telling you, man, I was
All
like
of them?
flashing back.
All of them? There's not one that you're like.
No, I mean there were some that are obviously like, I'm very happy, but like,
No,
part of me has to be
one-
like, are they just dumb? Like, you know, like, did they just get taken advantage of and they just didn't realize it?
I'm saying one dealership that you were like, oh, okay.
Oh
these guys.
no, every single one had on Yelp like a free,
Every single
yeah.
one.
So. But I didn't want to wait for you guys to have any 9070 XTs with RGB in them right now in stock. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what we currently have in stock actually. You said you haven't seen 9070 XTs in a minute, right?
I hadn't seen Sapphire ones, I'm saying.
Not Sapphires.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of Gigabyte right now.
Gigabyte?
Yeah, Gigabyte.
Yeah. Yeah, I think right now it's Gigabyte is what we got. Great. I was picking on your coworkers on yesterday's short. They need to invest in a dust cover for these PCs. Oh, a lot of dust, yeah. Well, what's so funny too is that, so the area that we're in now, like, see all these walls? These are constructed. They weren't here when we first moved in.
Damn, really? I thought they just grew. I thought they have.
The audience doesn't know what's going on. Okay. Anyways, so they did a ton of construction after we were like, you know, moved in here, kind of. And so I would come in every day and there was just like a layer of like white snow on everything. And yeah, it definitely went into our PCs and probably into my lungs.
Oh.
Yeah. So a lot of that was old construction dust. And then just, yeah, regular dust. But yeah, it started out as like somebody did it and then we joked about like, haha, yours is dirty. And then the next one was worse. And yeah, we did do it inside and it did make dust go everywhere. And yeah, maybe that's why I'm coughing today. Whoa, what? Things making sense, yeah. Want pizza. Ooh, I do want pizza. What am I making for dinner? Oh, okay. Dude, I'm making my rice bowl tonight that I do.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I cook broccoli in olive oil, of all things. And like just that, I just cook it in olive oil, but like a lot. So it's like, it gets nice and tender and crispy, it gets the flavor. And then I cook. Recently I've been doing it with beef. I used to do it with chicken, but just like a bit of beef. Just like, you know, like half of I get like a pound and I half it. Sometimes I third it, depends. And I cook that with some sesame oil, soy sauce, a little bit of garlic, and then just like a sprinkle of sugar. Because without it, you'll be like, this needs something kind of sweet in it. It doesn't taste sweet when you're eating it, but it gets rid of that like, ooh, this needs eel sauce or something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's awesome. I basically just layer it. I love it. I eat it twice a week.
Dang.
That's how much I like that meal.
Nice.
Man, what a PC killer, yeah. If we were stressing these machines at all, yeah, it'd definitely be a problem. But they just... They're just our workstations. We're talking about Gigabyte. In my opinion, Gigabyte Master is the best 5090. It has the highest boost and it's cheaper than most. Fair, yeah.
Dude, I mean, given the time that I went to bed, but I also messed up because I turned off my alarm by accident.
Oof.
Dude, I opened my eyes, 9:45.
Dang. I was on lunch when you woke up.
Crazy.
Isn't 850 watts cutting a little low for 5080? Yeah, it's cutting a little close, but it should be sufficient. This is like what you would choose if you didn't really want to have, if you weren't worried about headroom for future upgrades, which they don't need to worry about. You been following Computex any? No, not really. They haven't sent me the stuff from it yet. We've got people at Computex, so probably once I get updates from them, I'll start seeing some stuff. And I'll probably get some news from it this weekend. But yeah, probably not until like Monday will I really have looked at all that new stuff.
When Dustin was trying to get me to build an aluminum case. The shit, like, you gotta build the case and then build the computer.
Then you gotta build the truck that sends it to the post office. Build the plane.
Handwrite the shipping label.
Handwrite it.
Every dot of the QR code.
Also, 9700X doesn't pull much wattage. It's a good little chip. I have to get a different Skytech ASAP. Alright, what you in the market for?
What is the music?
I don't know.
I just hear the, whatever that noise
It's
is.
just like no copyright, 3 hours, and I think it was doing like some kind of vocal track in the other one, and I'm just like, alright, we're gonna just go back
This
to...
shit sounds like Bad Bunny. You just hear that.
We'll just go to 12-hour royalty free
I
music.
mean,
I'm just worried that I keep selecting the same ones, and then it's gonna be like annoying.
That's what you mean.
But yeah, that was some like Mario Kart like level.
Oh, is that what it was?
No, it wasn't, but it was reminding me of that.
Yeah, bro. Every once in a while, it'd be like building, and then I'd be like, I've heard this song before. Yeah, it was also fucking Nintendo music.
That Thermaltake 420mm rad going into that build is a really good cooler. I used them last time and I've been very impressed with it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, 420.
I mean, it's the best you can get. The absolute coolest of coolers.
420. We smoking on that cooling pack.
Basically, you can upgrade your CPU, but you will never have to upgrade your cooling.
Not at all, dude.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Oh man, I'm so hyped for dinner now that I talked about it. Ah. Probably should eat a thing. Skytech Archangel Gaming Computer PC Desktop Ryzen 5 3600 1660 Super 500GB SSD 16 gigs of DDR4. Okay, this is the one I have, but it's really old. Yeah, it's like it's fairly dated now. I mean, you know, still kicks, but yeah. Time to look at a upgrade. Ooh, you broke something? No.
Ooh, broke what?
No. They said they bought this a while back. There was a time when this was a really good build. Let's see. What's your budget? budget you're looking at. I could maybe point you in the direction of something. Oh, you broke something. That's what he was making fun of you. Sorry.
What?
What'd you break?
What did I break? I'm lost.
Is there a theme to the build? I don't necessarily think so. This is just what the customer ordered. It's their vision. Their beautiful PC.
If I show up on Tuesday.
Yeah, if.
No, wait, let me finish my question.
Okay. I was like,
If I show up on Tuesday with the Corolla Premium Plus, would you be mad?
I would.
You would?
I don't know if I would be like, show me the papers, or if I would be like, please don't show me the papers. You know what I mean?
I hit myself on the red.
I'm telling you though, the number one thing you gotta watch out for is because again, they're gonna just be like, yeah, here's the price of the car, and here's all this other kind of stuff like that. Be like, okay, what goes into the price of the car?
Right.
And when they show you the sticker price, take a picture of that sticker, the window sticker.
Yeah.
And then if that price looks any different from that, as far as like upwards, just be like, whoa, hold on, the window sticker says this.
48.
Because then get them to be like, well, that's with this thing included. And you go, I don't want that. And if they say, well, you have to, be like, I don't have to do shit. And then you get
I
up.
could get up and leave right now.
Yeah.
That's what I could do. You're right.
Yeah.
Nah, I won't. Juan, please tell us how you place thermal. Damn, dude, I'm sorry. I just read that. In the case of AMD chips where it's still a perfect square, you know, the little cheese-it, I just, right in the center, one big dot. Pea-sized dot, as they say, you know. Still on the old head strategy, or the old head, method.
He just goes the purpose of the build. Like, this gaming editing and what genre? I don't think the customer said. I don't recall them doing so, but if I was to guess, this is probably a gaming PC, probably for a high resolution. 5080 and a 9700X, that's given 4K 1440p vibes to me. Because you're going to want to play at that high resolution. But yeah, with an 8 core, gaming, definitely.
Just saying, I want to speak to your manager. That reminds me of that episode of Fresh Off the Boat when they're arguing in their native language, but they sound like they're arguing, but they're actually just saying like, "Oh, what do you want to get for dinner?
Yeah.
Should we pick up blah blah blah?" But it sounds really intense.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you go to a dealership, you have to be a Karen, and they're
then-
gonna treat you like you're being one, but you need to keep doing
need
it.
to
That's
do
the
it.
thing. Being polite won't get you anything, and will get you taken advantage of, and I hate that. Because I like to think that being a good person will, like, reward you in life, but that falls apart at a dealership. Or any sales-based anything.
In the real world.
Well, not even the real, because in the real world, actually, like, being kind and nice will get you things. Like, I've had people pull strings before just because I didn't, you know, like,
Okay, that's
You know,
fair.
go
yeah,
off.
yeah. Not in the
but
real
that
world.
will never happen at, like, a dealership or a furniture store where the minute you walk in, they're like, hey, what brings you in today? And, like, they're walking with you because they're like, please, I need the sale. Yeah.
Yeah. Intel, I do an X followed by 2 dots flanking the top and bottom, long ways on the chip. I've had pretty good success with that. I'm not really a spreader. Pause. I don't really like to spread the paste because I still believe that causes air bubbles. I'm sure that's been like debunked and whatnot at this
I
point.
just think it's unnecessary. Then you have a, like, dirty little spatula.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the CPU pressure coming down on the stuff is gonna spread it out
That's
evenly.
what I'm saying. Schedule. Oh yeah, sorry, we don't have our schedule on there. But for our streaming schedule, it's Wednesdays and Fridays. Are our build stream usually around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sometimes a little before, sometimes a little after, and sometimes we don't stream if we have nothing to build that build stream.
Cool. So many builders do it differently. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of ways to do it. As long as the paste is under there, that's really what matters. Thermal paste nowadays too is like pretty damn good. You don't really need to do anything super crazy.
I love that Halo melee weapon in the background. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Brings back memories. Got any leads? Do you have a recommendation for a pre-built on your website? I usually play the GTA, RP, and COD, but my PC seems too outdated to run it. Yeah, let me take a look. Had to threaten a lawsuit with last dealership because they wouldn't give my Jeep Mopar floor mats and tried to change them out for ones that didn't fit when we picked up the new ride.
What?
Dude, for real, like, after my one dealership experience, I was like, I'm never buying a car or selling it, or like doing anything with a dealership ever again.
Man,
I'll go through CarMax, because like I know I can walk away there and everything. I can do the numbers before I go there.
Yeah.
Or I hate to say it, a
Carvana?
model like Tesla, where you can just
it's
order it online.
I mean,
That gets my business, dude.
Yeah,
if
no,
Ford was to do that, I'd be a Ford buyer.
It
You
is
know what I mean?
one
Like-
of the few good things that Tesla has done for the industry.
Like, oh my god, yeah, like, why don't we just do that? Why not just order it and get it to my house? Especially because it used to be you go to the dealership because you wouldn't pay sticker price. You'd usually get to negotiate a little bit of money off of that.
Right.
Now, because the
That's
car
the
market...
other way around. You go to dealership to get screwed.
Yeah, I was like, especially with the car market going up, now they're trying to be like, oh no, it's normal to pay so much over. No,
Yeah,
what?
the
No.
hell?
So, yeah, now you go to the dealership to pay much more than you would have paid if you had just
It's
ordered
funny
the car
because
online, yeah.
since all my last couple of cars have been private sales, like my parents were damn near begging me to get a dealership car.
Really?
Not begging, but they're like, oh, just get a new one.
I mean, you can get a newer car from a private seller, and like that would still be it.
Yeah, I don't know. In their eyes, they see it as like, warranty and whatever.
That's true, and I mean, say what you will about Hyundai, but they offer a really good warranty. For
Yeah, they
those,
need to.
for those economy cars. Yeah. But like don't buy a used Hyundai with 30,000 miles on it because you don't get the warranty.
Yeah, maybe not.
Anyways, that's my car buying advice. I better get going. It's midnight. Thank you. You're very welcome. Have a good sleep.
Have a good sleep.
Ford is supposed to be in the process of doing that. Yeah, I remember reading that a while back. So like, come on, car dealerships.
Come on.
They did a test on the same CPU. It's on YouTube. The dot, the X pattern, etc. And fully covered from the corner to corner with a thin layer of thermal paste. Ran the lowest and a few degrees lower. Yeah, and I say this as someone who gets thermal data all day long. So many other variables can come into play there, especially if the room can have fluctuating temperature.
Hey,
A couple different things.
you wanna go halfsies on a big turbo Fiesta ST?
No,
Speaking of,
no,
why?
no. I'm in my savings era again.
Well, that's why I'm saying half, dude. We have
No.
to spend half of it.
No. Hey, do you want to go halves on a Subaru Outback?
Fuck no. You already bought it. What would I go halves on?
Helping me.
No. Help me on
Don't
the
say the
Fiesta.
Tesla part. I love it. Ordering my car through. They have the best experience ever. Just like a cell phone. Yeah, and like again, it's one of those things where it's like, ugh. For personal reasons, I'm like not the happiest with Tesla, but there are some things about it that I'm like, dang, you're really gonna make me do this, aren't you? You're really gonna make me order this car.
$300 lease is crazy.
0% APR right now in the Model 3. I know. I was like, ooh.
I can't be caught dead in a freaking Tesla.
I also am just not a big fan of the way they look. But,
The facelift models are not ugly.
it's because they haven't, like, really updated that from, like, for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
So it kind of looks like a car from, like, early 2010s.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I digress. Anyways. I would buy a Toyota. Well, I mean, yeah, a Toyota's a good option. Hydrate. But the thing is, the Toyota dealerships know that they're a good option. So they'll get you. Yeah. All that said and done, if I had to make a car decision today, I'd probably actually go for a Tesla, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
But I'm kind of realizing, I was like, hey, with my commute, electric made a lot of sense.
Hybrid.
Stupid. Yeah, that also would make sense.
It ain't the end of the world. You're not. It's not like you're locked in for life with that car.
No, but I'm still locked in for a while.
That's why the lease is like the fact that I can give it back.
But your money is just...
So it's a rental. Who cares?
It's expensive rental.
So have the last ones that I've done. That month, that like payment, that like monthly is probably what I spent on the week with that Beamer.
It probably is me, because like I've actually never had a car before that wasn't paid off. Like, I'd always just buy outright.
Damn.
So like having a car payment at all is like, to me.
Yeah, that's the standard for me. I've never not been without a car payment. I have been for a while, but
Yeah. I mean, most of it's just like I got lucky. You know, I bought hand-me-downs basically.
yeah. I mean, I've done both. I had a Civic that was on payment.
Does Skytech offer any water loop builds? Not custom water loops. Only AIOs.
Too much. Too much work, too much cost, too much shipping, like, that goes into it.
Just buy the car in cash. That's what I'm saying, Ant-Man.
In this economy? Nah.
You could save up and then just...
Oh, alright. I'll do it.
Save up?
No, I'll spend all that.
No.
You said it! You just said it!
If you saved up the amount to buy the car outright, that's a very good idea.
Ew. In this economy?
Yes. In this account where the interest rates are high? Yeah. A great idea, actually. I see a news article where California will not make the 2035 all-electric vehicles unless some major changes come in. It's too quick for them.
Yeah, dude, I never believed that deadline.
Yeah, well,
our electric
it's
infrastructure.
sticky too, because this was like the Senate basically interfering in like a rule that California had passed. So I do kind of wonder if it's gonna kind of like bounce between the courts again as far as like, well, do we have the power to do this? Do they have the power to do that? Blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's moot, though, because ever since that was kind of, like, pinpointed, all the dealers have kind of been, you know, working on building up their electric infrastructure as far as, like, building stuff. That's kind of why cars got really expensive for a while, too. A lot of it was actually buoying them having to set up the infrastructure to make EVs. So they're already making that move towards that. It's still going to kind of happen. They might just have more, you know, ICE vehicles at that time available instead of just like none. So it's interesting. But yeah, I feel like the cogs have already been moving and the future's electric.
Maybe not as soon as we think. Cause like my thing is, every summer, at least as far as in California, we see which areas have the weakest electric grid in terms of blackouts because of, you know, ACs running and stuff. And that happens every summer. Now, imagine the extra load of everybody in the state having an EV. Like, our grid is not going to be able to take that.
Yes and no. It's improved a lot because of the rooftop solar mandate on new homes. So, at least in my area, where they're building a bunch of new houses, all of those homes have solar panels. And when it gets hot, like really hot, I'm actually sending a bunch of it to the grid.
Right.
And that's actually not good for our grid either, because
no?
basically we're supercharging a battery, and like that's never really a good thing for the life of the battery. You know
Counterpoint.
What I mean?
Why'd you move like that?
But yeah, it's interesting.
You moved like it was coming to get you. Man, I guess that it wasn't the real squeaky one.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Obviously, I do think there needs to be more, especially charging infrastructure for like long drive areas. Because I'm someone who likes to go on a long drive.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to be in the
you're
middle.
going on a long drive every day. Well, I don't hear that kind of enthusiasm.
No. Dude, do you remember my vacation? Do you remember how many miles Yeah. I like to go far.
Yeah,
in places where there's not a lot of stuff. And I don't want there to be A, no chargers, or B, one charger with 50 cars waiting for, like, you know, a spot to open up. Couldn't be me.
It takes me like 3 minutes to charge my car, full range.
The other thing that I feel like, I just feel like they're not taking into account too is like, superchargers obviously like they really help, they can get you charged a lot faster, but like, if you gotta kind of wait around for your car to like charge, you usually don't, like, when you're a girl, you usually don't want to be hanging around, like, a gas station very long, or an area very long. Depending on, like, who's coming and going, especially on, like, a long drive where you're kind of far from, you know, not a lot of people necessarily around, not a lot of people who know you. So that's always something that I've kind of considered is, like, oh yeah, if I had to charge somewhere that wasn't my home, and I gotta hang around for like 25 minutes at a parking lot, like,
Tough.
like, is it sketchy, is it not? Always something to think about. But now that I have a garage, I could totally get an EV. It even came with like a plug for it, and I was like, oh no way, yeah.
Like...
The future is now. But yeah, I'd probably always keep at least one ice. And you know what I think it would be, like, for a long haul ice vehicle? Freaking 4Runner.
Hey,
Like, absolutely tracked for, like, off-roading. Because, like, that's what, or like a truck, you know, something that could haul.
Yeah.
Well, talking about country, my closest neighbor is a quarter a mile, and the next is a mile. Most don't like that. No city can.
No.
I mean, I love the idea of, like, looking and not seeing any neighbors. That sounds lovely. Nothing is worse to me than when I'm in my backyard and then a neighbor comes out, because our fences are, like, just low enough for me to, like, see your whole face. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here before they notice me.
Get it raised.
I can't.
Oh.
I share the fence with them, so I'd have to then talk to them, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Yeah. Keep up. No. So, yeah. No, that sounds pretty nice. I mean, like, I know it's tough if the most local convenience is like 40 minutes away, you know, to go grocery shopping. I know that's tough. But I have long thought about life in the country. I do enjoy the thought of a little isolation, I won't lie. Satellite view of my house is a lot of woods, and then my house in the middle. Nice! I was gonna be like, oh, the dream. But, like, do you ever, like, worry that, like, the Mothman's in there?
Oh my.
Like, because I'm like, the dream, but I do wonder if I would, like, look out the windows sometimes, like, just into the dark forest and, like, hallucinate things and then scare myself.
Yeah, that sounds not...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I even went, like, you know, to get a glass of water in the middle of the night last night. And, like, I, you know, was looking out onto my backyard, which is small, but it's well lit because it's near a street light. So it was, like, well lit. And I just, in my head, I was just like, man, imagine someone just, like, walked right by, you know? Like,
oh my God.
I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Just trying to drink a glass of water in the middle of the night, scaring myself. Small town, about 10 miles, but to get to a Walmart and restaurant, it's 20 miles. Darn. Well, if you don't have a lot of traffic, that's not too bad. I don't know. I'm not really one who, like, you know, eats a lot of takeout, so it'd probably work for me. I would work on the land, and then I would eat from the land. But I would buy dairy products, because I don't want to have to deal with that. That's a lot.
Would you have goat or sheep?
Sheep. I've always wanted sheep.
Over
To the
goats?
point where I thought, like, if this was olden times, and, like, I had to pick a career, shepherd, 100%.
But the goats are...
Me in a field with a stick and a bunch of animals that are fluffy? You kidding me? Like, tell me that isn't, like, perfect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it makes wool the most goated
Oh my-
textile.
You're not using goats, though.
do you mean?
You're using sheet.
Yeah, well, sheets are sheets. Sheep
Sheets?
wool is so cool, my guy.
Yeah, we know.
It would the most valuable material. I would weave it. Oh yeah. I
What?
would felt it.
Doesn't it dry your skin out?
No,
What is that one?
that dries your skin out? I don't know.
I've heard there's a material that dries your skin because it's so good at absorbing water.
Oh, water weight. Yeah, okay, so there's water weight. It doesn't dry your skin out, though. It, like, basically takes the sweat off of you. It's good for when you're doing, like, you know, strenuous things.
So you're saying I should wear a
So
wool sweater
wool
right now?
does do that. It does wick the water away from you. Polyester also does that. And I would say polyester does it worse.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I mean, polyester is plastic, so
Ooh. No good.
it's all the way you grow up. I love it. That's another thing. My dogs just run free and no worries. Yeah, that's nice.
Damn, dude, I don't want to sound like a downer, but I kind of just realized it's all downhill from here.
What do you mean?
Nah, I don't mean. I'm joking.
Like life?
I mean in terms of like, I think I might put my work in here. We're gonna be done with the studio and then I'm sorry, excuse the curse. I have to go out there, which is not air conditioned.
Oh, to the heat.
It's in the heat, dude. I'm literally sweating in
I'm
here.
sorry. I do feel bad for you out there. If I was out there, I'd also be having a bad time.
I think I might put my work in here.
I mean, why not? If everything just kind of goes on the
Honestly,
rack, yeah.
Why not?
No one's gonna be using this, and actually, barely anyone's gonna be in the office.
Oh, I'm gonna be blasting
Yeah.
music. Oh, dude, life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good. Yeah, you know what? Like, everything's
yeah.
good. I just need an adjustment in outlook.
You know what? Hell yeah.
You know what? What the? Oh no, it's not what I mean.
That one that's just like.
The-
hell
yeah.
You know what? Hell yeah.
You know what? What the hell?
Man, I am like so deep on bird watching TikTok that like I'm getting some very obscure things, and I'm like, wow.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You're like in conspiracy bird watching talk now and shit?
No, but I'm in like.
Where do they go to charge?
Like, we have our own songs. Yeah, it's
I love that Reddit post. That's r/bird watching. That's just a text post. That's like, I saw a cool bird earlier, and someone's like, oh, what was it? It's like the Nawa flew away.
that's a lot of bird watching. Leaving time. Hope everyone has a good holiday weekend and catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Oh, the weekend. Ooh, a time
Ladies and
for
gentlemen.
yard work.
The week. Maybe for you, ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Dude, I really feel like I've become boring. Where I'm like, ooh, I can't
Become
wait to
bored?
do
No.
a project. Like.
Become boring, huh?
Mhm. And dude, after the yard is like all completely squared, and I'm working on the garage.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, I'm
shit.
putting
Should be
shelves
cool.
up.
Ooh.
I'm thinking about putting little like holders for my tools along one like wall for space, but also just so I can be like, yeah, someone works here.
You should paint one of the walls an accent color.
In the garage?
Mhm.
No, I gotta keep it like I gotta be able to see where the black widows are. They're there.
What does it matter? You're friends with them.
Not with the black widows. I have to kill those ones.
Oh really?
Yeah,
So
they
there
can
are spiders
poison
that you do kill?
Yes, the venomous ones.
Oh, yeah. You probably don't want those.
Yeah, I don't want to like stick my hand in the glove just to find out that one was chilling in there and it bites me, and then I gotta go to urgent care.
Ooh. Do you have to get it to collect the venom, and so they can make the antidote like snakes?
I don't know how they do it with black widows. All I know is that one time my dad used to keep his shoes in the garage when I was growing up,
Yeah.
and he stopped doing that because one time he put his foot in it and there was a black widow in there and it bit his foot, and
Damn.
yeah.
How did he not like kill it and crush it before it was able to do some damage?
I mean, bugs are pretty hardy. I don't know if you've ever like,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
seen a bug like
Failed to kill
yeah.
a fucking bug and it runs away. Yeah.
like they could fall from like 500 times their own size and they're like, and I'm fine, and you're like, ah, dang, what is that exoskeleton and how do I get one?
Well, isn't part of the hardiness that they're so small? Something about like their density.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Lovely, lovely.
Finito.
Alright. Is this what?
Finito.
Finito, yeah,
Finito.
yeah. All that's left to do. Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
Alright, so this PC is done. We are going to put Windows on it, stress test it, make sure the components work and work under load. When it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it. You can just set up your profile when you get it. We will have done everything else for you to make sure that this works and works well.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely lovely PC. Thank you so much for ordering with us, Plain and Unlucky. I think you're going to enjoy the heck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's kind of nice to see the GeometricFuture twice today. We haven't really seen it a lot
nice
on the
is a
build
word.
stream. It's not Juan's favorite case to build in, so...
You do you. Don't worry.
I'm sorry that you guys will always get Juan's opinion on how nice it is to build in.
Why would you be sorry? I am a transparent and impartial, and I don't know where I'm going.
Because the customer doesn't care how easy it is to build.
It's not about easiness, Kelsey. It's about the
vibe.
It's about the principle.
The principle. Is it worth it to buy the Skytech Nebula? Yeah, Nebula's great.
Yeah, it was good.
If that's what's in your budget, yeah. Alright, folks. Well, well, well.
GG.
GG indeed. That was our final build. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna enjoy my Memorial Day weekend. I'm sure Juan's gonna do the same. He might work, he might not. Who knows? We'll be back next week with more builds and the stuff you like. Go do something this Memorial Day weekend that I can talk about on stream. Somebody go do something exciting, because apparently we're all just staying at home.
Yeah, it's hot.
Alright, folks. Bye-bye!
Bye.